surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Bengals at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Slot man moves right. And the slot man goes in motion left.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
1-1, ready?
On 3rd down, Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it now.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at the 20. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A first carry for Najee Harris. And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
They go play action with Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end.
Here we go, here we
They'll
go.
come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
11.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
12.
In motion, the tight end. Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
11.
Now it's Burrow. Sliding out of the pocket. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Here we go.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
11, Thomas. 11.
Burrow looking to pass. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 40. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he gets it down to the 32. 113 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Buying time to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On second down, this is Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. Boswell's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
11, Thomas. Stop.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
11 MT, stop.
Now they go play action now. Burrow flushed out right. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, when he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Harris running straight ahead. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They're going option play on 3rd down. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Now Pickett will look to pass it. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Gun.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
11 mighty.
Now Burrow. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throw left side going to be taken in by Harris. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. First throw now for the backup car. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Carr now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. On third down, here's Harris. And some room to roam now. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And, you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
So here's the kickoff now, as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further, as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Running the jet sweep, Landry. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On the give, this is Harris. 171 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
12.
Play action. It's Burrow. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
11 mighty.
Back to Mixon on second down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Thomas.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Mixon. Powering his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Pickett now on 1st down. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. A good pickup there, a 22. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Pickett eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. To the right side and complete to Hurst. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
11.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now Landry. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 201 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Second down and 3. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now a first down carry for Harris. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to second and 15. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away, but you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. A give to Harris. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run again with Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Harris. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a 3rd would win it. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning.